Okay, so if everyone can make sure they're muted, that's killer. We will have an amazing practice. The theme, obviously, is love, as it always is, but being so close to Valentine's Day. Or again, if you're in Bali, it is Valentine's Day. It's extra important to tune in to the love vibration. And I wanted to share something with you. First of all, while we're talking, I'm just going to talk for a couple minutes before we start, a little Blissology Dharma talk. I'm lifting this up to show you that I have a cushion to sit on. It doesn't have to be something like neat like this, but even if you have a blanket, a pillow, a sweatshirt, that would be amazing. If you have a block close by, that would be amazing. And again, anything can work as a block that you have close by as well. Oh yeah, actually, before we get into our topic too, I know I want to get you moving as well. I just definitely want to mention that it's our intention on Blissology On Demand to do these classes every month. So, most months have holidays, and we have Valentine's Day, and in March, we have March 17th. So my ancestors are Irish, so we will be doing a little class we call Luck of the Irish, I think it's called, on the 17th. And I can't remember the date in April. April 13th is called Spring into Bliss, which isn't really any special occasion, it's just spring. Okay. So actually funny having Insia in the room, because I did want to mention something about love, something I've been thinking about a lot. And one thing that we've been doing in our family, which you might do as well, is we've been doing this for years, and it's been really such a beneficial thing. And it's basically sharing roses, like what was your rose today? What was your highlight of the day? And some really interesting things for me is so much of it has to do with responsibility. Like it's always a drag having a dog, and we just moved back to Canada, and we're in Bali. It was so easy because if your dog was restless, you just threw it out the door and you didn't have to do anything to take it for a walk. You didn't have to take it on a leash. It would just disappear, and the dog would come back maybe in 20 minutes or maybe in 4 hours. It didn't really matter. But it's taken a while to adapt to life here, where there's fences and bylaw officers and uptight people and all these rules. And so you have to actually take the dog for a walk. But it's actually incredible how many times at nighttime when I go to bed, it's actually just that because the dog got me out of the house, and I actually was like, oh my God, now I'm sitting on a rock in the sunshine, looking at the ocean, and I probably would have been still at my desk typing. Otherwise, that these things that are responsibilities actually become great joys. So what I'm getting at here is that we do this thing where we do our roses every day, our highlights every day. And I really feel that's such an important part of any relationship in general, whether you're in a romantic relationship, and I know not everybody is on the call. And so even if you have friendships or even with your family, to just check in every day and figure out what lit them up is a beautiful way to share and connect. Another thing based on that, I just wanted to share something that I want to start doing. I'm not doing it right now as much as I have in the past, and I want to start doing it. And so if you want to join me in this, it's an incredible thing to not only check in about what lit you up that day, what your roses were, we call them, what your highlights were, but also how you lit your person in relationship up. Like, what did you do today to light them up, to really share your gift of presence, of kindness with them? And in the same token, have you shared things that are difficult for you as well? Because I feel like there's something that we don't do in relationships. Again, I know not everybody on the call is in a romantic relationship, so if you missed that part of it, even with your friends, with your family, have you made a space to actually share what you're going through that's difficult? Because this is what makes relationships so beautiful, is to make that space where we can share authentically, and we're all trying to go through things in our mind that are difficult, emotional blocks, And as much as we're trying to light other people up, we need to use them, to lean into them, and to help us to process what we're doing. And of course, here's my whole point, is if you missed it, make a commitment to do something to light somebody up, but also to share ways that you're going through things. So share what's light, but also what's dark, in really simple terms. What's light and what's dark. And just make sure there's a balance of both, because I feel like in some relationships, some people stay really closed off and clammed in, and they actually don't share anything because they don't want to dump on other people. And there's other people that are way too comfortable with dumping on other people. So it's balance, right? We want to find that balance of light and dark. And so here's my ultimate point for you to think about on Valentine's Day, again, whether you're in a personal relationship or a romantic relationship, I meant to say, or just with your friends and family, is that all relationships are like a garden, and they're a balance of shit and light. Really think about it. A garden doesn't grow unless it has shit and light, and the shit should be very fertile. It should help you to grow as a person. It should help your relationship to grow if you can really show up authentically and share what you're going through. And again, don't put too much of that on somebody, and make sure at the same time that you're doing the things to light them up. So I don't know, I'm gonna make a commitment again here close to Valentine's Day to doing more of that. And let me just bring it back to the yoga, that the yoga practice itself is a fertile garden as well, in the sense that we can find a place on our mat, which is what we're going to do in less than a minute, to really make a space to tune into what's light inside of us, and to really help process through the shit, through the layers, because it gets accumulated in light. The issues in life, the issues live in our tissues. So if you can just cosmically high five all the people that are doing the class now, and we'll do the class in the future, we're recording it, spread your good vibrations out. We will move out the dark, bring in the light, and I'm excited to share with you everybody Yoga Love. So if you didn't get the memo at the starter class, we will end with a little meditation. We will have a cushion close to you, have a block close to you. Candle is optional. Let's get it going. Okay, so I'll meet you at this top of your mat. Okay, bend your knees. Thanks for listening to all that, and it'll really give us a context to move the darkness out and bring the light in. Bend your knees, take a long spine. Spread out through your toes so you have absolutely the widest base in your feet. Toes before pose, you've heard me say many times. Now, keep your knees bent and let gravity do its beautiful thing. Just elongate out through your crown. Take a breath in. And you can start to straighten your legs whenever you're ready, but just take a deep releasing breath out. Take a breath in and find something so long it helps to lengthen your neck. Take a long exhalation and fold again with a nice wide base in your feet. Breathe in your light. And exhale your worries, your darkness, your stress. Find that balance. I'll just leave you with a few more breaths. Make them really long. Breathe good things in. Breathe out what's old and stale. 2 more rounds on your own. Breathe. Long spine. One more time. Hear your breath. Now we'll look up and breathe in. Lengthen your spine. And let's meet in downward dog. So let's start super gentle. Come on back. Have your knees bent if you need to. Activate the outer fingertips and thumbs. Press out through the fingertips. Generate thrust back so it feels that your shoulders are pressing your shoulder blades back, your arm bones. Now engage muscles slightly in the back of the hips. So you're pulling, you're not just pressing the hips back from underneath, but you're pulling the thighs back and the hips back from behind. Let your heels lengthen down. Take 2 long breaths, breathing in light. Breathing out the dark, the old. Lengthen when you breathe in. And release when you breathe out. Lift your right leg upwards towards the sky. Open up through your toes. Then go ahead, take your right foot nice and deeply forward into a lunge. Now, reach your arms upwards towards the sky and hover your left knee an inch or 2 off the floor. We do these warm-ups every once in a while. I really like them. And then come into a standing pose. Make an out-breath sound. Hands come over your heart. So you want to make the breath audible. Bend your left leg. Reach your arms up. Arch back. Like an Anjani. Exhale. Hands over the heart. Go. Inhale. One more time. Arch back. Exhale. This time fold into pyramid. Now your knee can be bent. Breathe in. And just simply fold forward. And we're not rushing anything. So you gotta realize that so much of stretching is neurological. You need your nervous system to work with your muscles to release them. So don't press too hard, too fast, too soon. Breathe in. And be patient, be kind, breathe tightness out. In fact, if you just concentrate on the light coming in and the darkness going out and make that the priority over just how much your chin is going towards your shin, you will feel that the tightness is leaving on its own schedule. One more time, breathe in. Open your mouth, breathe out. And step on back. Downward dog. Take a breath in. Press your heels down and breathe out. Lengthen your neck. Now just for one breath only, left leg upwards towards the sky. Open your toes. Step the left foot forward between the hands. We'll do 3 of these, so I won't interrupt the flow. The arms go up. The right knee hovers. Don't let it touch the floor. Arch back. Hear your breath as you breathe out. Hands come over the heart. Inhale, arch back, breathe in. Exhale, hands over the heart, breathe out. One more, inhale, arch back. Now this time for about 45 seconds, we're going into a pyramid pose. So again, if your knee needs to be bent, have it bent. Don't force. Just listen. Again, like a relationship, it all starts with your body. You got to let it open on its own time. It takes a lot of patience. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, about 15 more seconds. This is really good for the blood flow of your brain. Let's do one more. Just let all tightness out of your body. Deflate the tire pressure under your left hip. And then step back when you're ready. Downward dog. Take a breath in. Now press your chest deeply towards your feet. Lift your tailbone as you breathe out. Oh man, this feels good. Feet come forward between the hands. Get long in your spine. Fold forward, top of your mat. Lengthen your back. Patiently. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hands come down. Awesome. All right, Sal A. Inhale, reach your arms up. Nothing could be more simple. Exhale, fold forward. We're really keeping it nice and simple this practice. Get long in your spine, take a deep inhalation, and then bring it on back to a chaturanga, out breath, bend your elbows. First upward dog of our practice, over the toes, expanding. Gliding on back, downward dog, hips go up high. Inhaling calmness. Exhale where you're stuck. Inhale a long neck. And exhale, press your pelvis back, making your spine longer. Do one more, breathe in. Lion breath, stick your tongue out. Look forward and bring your feet forward as you breathe in. Fold forward and take a deep stretch as you fold. Inhale, reach your arms up nice and high. And exhale, amazing. Okay, we're going to do a new pattern at the end of the sun salutation. Reach your arms up, take a breath. Fold forward and stretch, let it out. Inhale long. To a push-up, breathe out. Lengthen your chest, flip your feet, breathe in, and glide back into a downward facing dog shape. Now let's do this one a little bit slow, but I think you'll get this pattern. It's a little bit of a super flow movement. Lift your right leg upwards towards the sky. Take your right foot, step it forward into a lunge. Now when you come up, kind of semi-cactus the arms, just bring your hands back by your shoulders. Send your pelvis and sternum forward. Firm up your leg and open up to, again, the light. Exhale and press your hands out, releasing the dark. Inhale, ribbon your arms backwards one more time. Stick your tongue out, press away. Now we're going into reverse warrior. Rainbow the right arm up, bring your left heel down, reverse warrior. So your right knee bends, the left hand's coming down the left thigh. Take a breath in. We're just doing this first round slow. And then straighten your right leg. Let's take a couple of breaths and come into triangle. Left arm over the head. Get long through the crown, take a breath in. Big exhalation, dragging right hip back. Now reverse your warrior, come on up. Now, windmill the hands. The left hand comes down, the right arm circles up and back, so you're in a variation of revolve prayer. Left hand inside of right foot, right arm reaches up. Now, pyramid pose, frame your right foot, breathe in. Fold forward and stretch it out. Take another breath in. And breathe out. Again, once we do this pattern, we'll do one breath, one movement coming next. Right leg up high, one leg dog. Lower down, chaturanga, bring both feet to the floor. Now listen, come back to a one leg dog, this time with the left leg up. Hope you see what I did there. Switch legs, left leg up. Step your left foot forward. Ribbon your arms back, take a breath in. Stick your tongue out, ribbon your spine, make a sound. You gotta really hear your breath. Inhale, I can't talk and make that sound, but you need to do it. Breathe out and go. Now rainbow the arms, reverse warrior, make it fluid as you come up. Again, we'll just slow it down and park it. Press your left knee out. Looking good, I can see some of you. Straighten the left leg, left hand down, right hand over the head. Big old breath in. Release stuck things as you breathe out. Now try and remember the pattern so we can flow next time. Reverse your warrior and come up. Swim the right hand down onto the floor, left arm up, your right heel is up. Open up, make it big. Now feel the beauty of a circle. Circle your left hand forward, straighten the left leg, sink it up. Now fold forward, we're back on the sagittal plane. Take 2 breaths, stretching in pyramid. Now, left leg up. Remember how we switch legs? Lower down into chaturanga. We're not going upward dog. Both feet are on the floor. Right leg lifts up. When you come up, step the right foot. 1 breath, 1 movement. Ready? Here we go. This will feel amazing. Inhale, arch back. Stick your tongue out, press your hands forward, breathe out. Reverse warrior, breathe in.